Hello, everybody. Good morning. I am very happy to record because I have my new microphone. And I wanted to, while I'm having my oatmeal and bulletproof coffee, I find out that if you put coconut oil and turmeric and kratom in coffee like I do, you can call it a bulletproof coffee because that's like what some of the coffee shops call it. So it's very yummy. I just wanted to record a quick video. So my page is all about fitness content, health, mental health, physical health, and I am happy to go into great detail on both of those topics, that being mental and physical health. Um, I intend to do so. And I just wanted to make a quick video this afternoon, truth be told, but we can call it a morning because I'm waking up. But about my kind of current journey and knowledge. Okay, so I love physical fitness. I love exercise. I love sports. The sports that I'm into, which are like flow skateboarding, like on a pump track. Not very good, but I love it. It's very fun. Bike riding. I like to mountain bike. Skiing and surfing are probably my two favorite, and then swimming, rock climbing, running. My wife and I are getting into running more so now, so that's very exciting. Yoga, I'm really big into yoga. And then a big part of, I love golf as well. Looking that I have my club right there, one of my clubs right there. One of the things that you learn as a sports person, as an athlete, is that you have to recover. You have to recover periodically, right? You can't just go hard every day, all day, or your body breaks down, right? Because the process by which we grow, big muscles is we break down the musculature with stress and damage. We literally damage our bodies, and then we eat right, and we rest, and we hydrate, and we become stronger, and then we can go do it again even better. So learning that flow, learning that cycle is really important, right? So I want to share with you everything that I have learned. It's really important to me because my intent is to give to you guys everything that is of value to me, right? So on the one hand, I want to show you all of my outdoor adventures and my training and what I do to stay in shape and fit and get better at surfing and skiing and golf and everything else that I enjoy. And on the other hand, I want to show you the tips, tricks, the hacks, the processes that I use to maintain my body, so that it's limber, so that it's as strong, so that it's ready for the next adventure. So one thing is diet. Obviously, diet's super important. I'm having some steel cut oatmeal with protein powder in it. It's very delicious. My bulletproof coffee. I try to eat clean. Not a lot of junk food, if any. So that's there for diet. I'm not going to get on a high horse about eating meat or not eating meat or anything like that. I to each his own. But just try to cut out the sugar would be my main point. I think that's a really important part. And then the other soapbox that I would get on in terms of diet, that is a decision that I made years ago, is smoking and drinking. I don't do them. I believe in cannabis. I think it's a wonderful medicine, but I use tinctures. I use 1-to-1 tinctures. I have them over in the kitchen. I could show you in another video, but any 1-to-1 tincture, if you are a cannabis user, if you do have a tolerance to THC, are fantastic. They're good for your body. They're good for your whole system. Your body metabolizes it, very, very easily, and you feel great. It relaxes the mind and the body. So I'm a big believer in 1-to-1 tinctures. That is equal parts CBD, equal parts THC. So that's diet. Recovery. Give yourself enough time to rest, right? The thing that I often do that I don't wish on anybody is I overtrain. I often don't give myself enough time in between, training sessions or adventures or, sports, call them what you like, to get the best out of myself and my body. So I've learned over the years to take, that long sleep or take that day off if I need to, if I feel like I need to. So, listen to yourself, rest. But there's a difference between resting from something that was difficult and just being a lazy piece of shit, right? Don't be a lazy piece of shit. Get up off your ass and do the thing that you got to do, So learning about overdoing it versus underdoing it is something that I think is very personal, but you can find the rhythm to that. Whether it's, you work out 3 days a week, or work 3 days a week and then, go to the gym after work, or whatever your schedule is. A lot of people do work out every day, but, they understand how to rest and recover. So I encourage you to try to find a good rhythm for resting and recovering. Very important. Okay, so what else did I want to speak to? I wanted to speak to two other things, and I talk about these a lot on the channel. Number one is hot and cold therapy. I am a big believer in hot and cold therapy. They are very, very, very therapeutic. You have a sauna, use it, get those heat shock proteins, they're called, circulating in your system. It stresses your endocrine system, which is your hormone system, stresses your adrenal system, which is that fight or flight response, stresses both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, so your fight or flight and your rest or digest. Both of those autonomic nervous systems need to be working well if they're going to kick on when you're, going hard on a bike ride and you need to slow down your heart rate, for example. So hot, very, very important. Do hot therapy when you can. And it can be as simple as just going and, sunbathing, right? Getting some sun. We have a beautiful sunny day and I'm in here like a jabroni, so I got to go out and get some sun pretty quick, and I'm going to. The other, the yin to the yang of hot therapy is the cold therapy, right? A lot of people don't like to do this. I've had to try to make the argument to my wife, and it's a difficult one to make, but it works. So regardless of how happy it makes you, cold therapy is a very important tool in the toolbox. So draw a cold bath, get into the bath, recover, whether it's just for your legs because you went on a run, or, my lower back, I like to lay in the bath and let my back relax from when it's, spasming. It'll reduce the inflammation right then. We live in Bend, Oregon, so we have nice cold tap water, which is a blessing. Used to live in the Bay Area, and there's not very cold water in urban centers coming out of the tap. But if you live in a mountainous area, Washington State or Tahoe or Bend, Oregon, the water can come out of the tap very, very cold. So that's wonderful. But if you don't have access to that, go jump in the ocean. Go jump in a river. That's cold water, for the most part, if you live somewhere near snow melt. If you don't have access to really good natural cold water, just try to get yourself some ice and do a cold bath or a cold plunge, however seldomly, but they're really, really wonderful for your body. Any serious sports organization, NFL, NBA, et cetera, this is long standing knowledge. They have ice baths, and they, get in there after a hard workout. So you can implement cold therapy into your training, into your life, and it'll help you. So try that. It's way better than popping a big ibuprofen every time you have inflammation. You just use the cold, right? And you get used to it. There's a lot of stuff out there that can help you deal with the cold, like Wim Hof. He's a real popular person who teaches the breathing that allows us to deal with the cold. So check out Wim Hof, WIMHOFF. They call him the Iceman. He's this Dutch guy, and he's an interesting character. Wim Hof, cold therapy, hot therapy, diet, rest, hot and cold. And that brings me to my last thing that I wanted to bring up in this video, and that is music is super duper important. Protecting and maintaining a good auditory world that you live in, whether or not you're aware of it, in my opinion, the auditory space that you inhabit is extremely impactful on your cognitive state. People that are into, you like my hair, people that are into rock know this. Like when you're rocking out, your psychology changes, right? You feel something. Anybody that loves music, which should be everybody, I'm not telling you what kind of music you like, but you ought to have found the freeing nature of good music. So find your special music and feed your soul with it. And one of the things that I would speak to is in terms of auditory therapy, if you will, sound therapy. And this is something that like hippie communities take very seriously. They use the singing bowls and, you know, crystal, you know, resonance and stuff. And I'm not pushing any, you know, particular product or anything like that. Safe to say, understanding the effect music has on you is very, very important. It's very foundational. And something that I've found to be a really powerful tool is binaural beats. So binaural meaning two, you know, auditory, oral, A-U-R-A-L, A-U-R-U-L? A-U-R-A-L, I think. Binaural beats. You can find them on YouTube. There's tons of them. And I will use those. Like if I'm studying or if I have to take a test, I'll put the binaural beats for focus, you know, and then if I'm, you know, stressed out, I'll put binaural beats for healing or relaxation. And last night I had, you know, I was up late until like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was like doing all kinds of stuff and, you know, messaging and doing YouTube videos and things. And it just kind of spinning, right? Like a lot of input, a lot of light, a lot of blue light, a lot of up, you know, stimulating light as opposed to red light, which is long wavelength. Blue light's, you know, short wavelength, fast input. And you don't want that at night because it can kind of spin you up. So then I wanted to relax. So I put on a kaleidoscope. Like I sometimes look at fractals in the workout videos because they're kind of trippy. But to relax, I put on this kaleidoscope pattern on YouTube. Very calming, very beautiful, very mesmerizing and psychedelic. And I had another YouTube video playing binaural beats, like deep sleep or recovering sleep or wonderful healing sleep or something like that. Just look that up on YouTube. And I put my headphones on, the Sony headphones, which are great. I highly recommend these. Over the ear, they're like the WH. They're really good for, you know, noise cancellation and listening to music. So I did that. I had just an unbelievably deep sleep, very healing, very, very deep sleep, like past REM sleep. Like I just was a rock, you know, I slept very deeply. So I don't know what kind of hairdo I'm going for. Yeah, so those are my suggestions. And then the last one that I kind of touched on was light. During the day, you want blue light. Blue light is the ultraviolet spectrum, or moving towards the ultraviolet spectrum. That's what gets our vitamin D production. And then at night, you want red light because that doesn't affect the reticular activating system negatively, and it allows the body to start to relax for bedtime. So hope you enjoyed this video. I hope my hair wasn't too distracting. Much love, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.